Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Grace and I'm glad to have you here, and this is my first video, so yeah, you're welcome. So I'm currently pivoting from being a virtual assistant to the governance, risk and compliance in cybersecurity, and it's been a lot, okay? So I'm just trying to use this channel to explain what I know, what I've learned, and how so much that we all need to know basically. So here I'll break down cybersecurity and GRC in a way that totally makes sense, no confusion, no jargon. And we'll talk about why modern organizations must integrate GRC into their daily operations, because we all need it. Hackers are not sleeping. Every day we have different things coming up. We need to always be sure that we are way ahead of these people, of these hackers. So this is why I'm going to be talking about mostly on this channel. So curious about cybersecurity, they're curious about governance, risk and compliance, and you're navigating your career transition like me, you're in the right place. So this is just a brief introduction, and let's get into the video. Most organizations don't collapse because their hackers are smart, not because hackers are smart, but because their governance is weak. And today I'm going to be explaining what GRC really means and why your organization needs to incorporate it in your daily operations to avoid risk, to avoid stories. And what is GRC? GRC, which stands for governance, risk and compliance. What is governance? Governance is basically what is your organization's, what are the rules that your organization has put in place to run the company. It means how is leadership directing your organization, what are the set down control, what are the set down rules that your organization has put in place to make sure that within your organization you people are still well structured. That is what governance means. And then when we talk about risk is basically foreseeing your future uncertainties, foreseeing things that, okay, I'm trying to break it down for you guys to really understand. Just like opening your company now, and then you have to like assume things that might happen in the future to stop it. Then you have to put controls to make sure that those things does not really even if it happens, it won't really have so much effect in the organization, because you've already foreseen it and you've already put in controls to reduce, to mitigate it, to reduce it. So even if it happens like that, you already know that, oh yes, we put some certain measures in place already, because we already foreseen it, we already assume that this might happen. So that is what risk is. Risk is just defining uncertainties that could impact your objectives, that could impact your organization's structure, that could impact your organization's reason, the reason why your company is moving forward, is standing. This risk could impact it. So this is basically controlling what could impact your downfall, right? So yes, and that is what risk is. Then compliance is basically, okay, what are the rules that governs a particular place where your organization functions? What are the rules that governs, like Europe has different rules, the UK has different rules, the US has different rules. So what are the rules that you need to comply to be able to run in that particular region where you are? So you need to know all of these comply to them, because when you don't comply to some of these compliances, you're going to be fined, and you don't want to lose money. You don't want your company to be spending money on, because you don't comply to rules, right? So that is basically what the governance, risk, compliance in cybersecurity basically means. Just putting yourself together and getting ready and just trying to protect uncertainties, trying to reduce uncertainties. Let's look at real world scenarios. Like, okay, in Target's experience is a breach in their company in 2013. A signal was sent, or it was sent that, there was something fishy going on, but there was nobody there to respond to it. But there was no set down, and there was nobody there to respond to this particular signal. And then it was there for like weeks. It was before they found out, it was already too late, because there was no GRC put in place to monitor, to respond to any slightest issues. You need to like always be there to respond and to monitor what is going on in your organization. So this is why Target, they had to pay so much money, because their customers' data was released. The hackers had got into their customers' database. They will use it for anything, and that is not something that your company wants to be part of, or your company wants to have a name as. because it's going to it's a reputational damage. So that alone had targets paying so much money because of simple adherence to compliance and adherence to putting GRC in place. In the target breach, alert was triggered, risk was identified, but governance failed to respond effectively, and that is a GRC breakdown. Why does GRC matter? I'll tell you. It matters because without strong GRC, governance, risk management becomes reactive. Like, you don't even know when it's going to hit you if you don't put all of that in place. And without risk management, compliance becomes like we're all joking, we're just playing in this organization. It's just compliance does not prevent breaches. You need to mitigate risks, you need to identify risks, you need to do your risk management to understand anything that might probably pop up. You need to do all of that. So this is basically what GRC entails, and this is basically what GRC is all about. So if you're curious like me, if you're still coming into the GRC career path and you just want to learn new things, so this is your channel. Let's subscribe to my channel, comment what you think in the comment section. Let's have a talk and just talk about GRC all in all and how it affects us, how it affects any organization that does not have a proper GRC structure. So yes, I'll see you in my next video. In my next video, I'm talking about so much to talk about: frameworks, GRC, risk management, compliance, so much to talk about. So please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.